Hi. All right, sounds good. Let's get stuck in. All right. How does Chris get moving? Well, big fan of golf, avid golfer, pretty much all summer long. So, having a good time golfing, going to the gym, powerlifting, anything I can do to keep my body moving. Where does Chris spend his time in the U.S.? A big fan of Cape Cod. Spend every July there with my entire family. We've been doing it. This will be the 10th year in a row. So looking forward to our annual Cape Cod vacation for the 4th of July. How does Chris see New England adapting to transportation electrification? Well, with less than 1% of vehicles in Massachusetts, really in New England overall, being EV, there's a lot we need to learn, a lot we need to do in order to get up to the numbers that we're hoping. I think the DCC is going to be a big problem solver for a lot of folks with old buildings. It's going to be my job to go out there and talk to everybody about it. So very, very excited for that. Let's see. Does Chris have any East Coast to East Canadian connections? I do. Actually, my grandmother, her family is from Canada. I remember as a young kid having to speak French at the table. A lot of my French has left me, so I don't speak much of it anymore, but I do have lots of family that was from this area originally many, many years ago. Does Chris have any dream road trip destinations? Yes, I would love to travel with my wife, my new daughter, and my oldest daughter up and down the East Coast and kind of show them where Dad gets to work, in and out every day. So I would say anywhere from Massachusetts all the way down to Florida. So excited for that. Does Chris have a background in the electrical industry? I do. So started about 11 years in the LED field, so I have a lighting design and lighting science background, so worked with a lot of folks on a lot of projects over many years. Moved over to doing level 1 audits for commercial buildings, so have a lot of experience with HVAC systems, EMS, BMS, and doing a lot of troubleshooting out in the field as well as project management, and that's led me here to RVE. How does Chris see electrical vehicles impacting the grid? It's interesting. So obviously we're going to be adding, electricity, with which I know that our infrastructure is not as good as it could be. So certainly going to add a lot of electricity to the grid, and hopefully the systems that we have in place, like the DCC, will kind of help mitigate a lot of service upgrades that are needed for EVs. So excited to get out in the field and help everybody with that. What is important to Chris when it comes to making changes to transportation? I think that, EV is certainly the future. Ride sharing is another one. We're very overpopulated. There's a lot of folks here, especially in Massachusetts where I live. It's 7.5 million people in such a small area. So EVs is going to be the key to kind of cleaning up our communities and our air quality. So I'm very passionate about that. What was the reason that Chris applied to RVE? So it's actually a funny story. I had a recruiter that came to me through LinkedIn. It seemed like a very interesting opportunity. I met with Brita, my director, who's wonderful, and then later met David, who's the CEO, and just kind of fell in love with the company and fell in love with the product, and very excited to get started on this opportunity. And that's all. Thank you.
We got it.
Hey, we made it.